Hello everybody, Simon with Fan Coins and Bullion here, and today I am going to talk about two coin shows that I went to this weekend. It was a lot of driving, but it was a lot of fun. I spent some good time with my friend Brian, numismatic stacker, and I picked up a bunch of good stuff, so why don't we dive right in and talk about that. Alright everybody, so let's dive right in and see what I picked up this weekend. First off, I do want to mention, maybe you guys noticed in the video, I am wearing a shirt with my logo and the company name on there. And if you guys are interested in having shirts made, they would be probably somewhere in the $20 to $30 range. I can do polos, sweatshirts, things like that. Baseline would probably be between $25, $30 roughly. If those interest you, I can put some examples up on the website and you can order them. It does take a little while to make. We do have to embroider them and then ship them to you guys. And but if you're interested, it'll probably just be my logo. But if that's something that interests you, let me know in the comments. And now we could dive into some of the stuff that I purchased this weekend. So talking about paying for the weekend, for the driving, the gas, the food, things like that. You know me, guys, I like to buy commodity items. So I relieved multiple dealers at two shows. So I went to two shows, one down in Iowa, Clarion, Iowa, very, very small town in Iowa. And then I went to Eau Claire today, Sunday, and I relieved a ton of dealers of warnicles and 40% halves. And I am always happy to buy this stuff. I can always make a little bit per coin. And, I pack them up, I ship them. It's guaranteed income, guys. That's really important for me as a dealer. And, this stuff is the bread and butter. Other dealers don't like retailing it. It piles up and they get a ton of it in. And it's, for them, it's just a huge relief to be able to find someone that sells this. So I handed a lot of business cards, and I know I'll probably be getting some calls in the future going forward. So put those back in the bags there. And a few other commodity items I purchased were proof sets. So I'm always buying proof sets, like eagles, I should say, silver eagle proofs. And basically I have a fixed price that I know I need to pay, and this is 86. And basically I get a set rate per piecemeal on these, and I will make a few bucks per coin, but you get enough of them and you ship them with the warnicles and the 40%. And before you know it, you're making a couple $100. Granted, you got to put out thousands of dollars to make a few hundred, but it's all on margin and it pays for the trip and it's guaranteed income. So I will not complain about that. So with that out of the way, we will kind of go in. I picked up a variety of items, a lot of odds and ends, stuff for eBay, stuff for the store, stuff for the website, stuff for things like that. Oh, I do need this. We'll put that over there. I do get paid more if I have the box and the C of A on this. So, and they have to be in nice condition. Wholesaler cares about that. So this is interesting. This is get the camera to focus there, 94. This is a half onza, and it's on a sterling silver keychain. So this is kind of interesting. I do not know if I want to sell this in the shop or on Instagram or throw it on eBay or something, but the 94 is a little tougher, and the coin alone sells for 40 to 50 bucks, and then you have another like half ounce of silver on here. So I don't know if I'll throw this up for 60 bucks or something, or I might just hold on to it. It's kind of a cool little tchotchke little thing like that. I picked up some vintage rounds. I always have people at shows and coming into the shop. So this is a Lecher 1973 ounce. Looks like German Eagle on there. And I think pretty much all of these are going to be at about between 40 and 45 bucks an ounce. The onzas here are going to be 40 bucks, and these will be available probably just at shows, or if you want to get them through the mailing list as well. So I got those. This was kind of cool. This is a hexagonal international trade unit, just something different. and I don't think I'll have any problem selling this one. Plenty of sold comps in the $45 range there. So I think that is, oh no, I got a couple things here. This was a nice little pickup. So Brian and I yesterday, Saturday, went down to Clarion, and the show was kind of so-so. All the stuff here today is picked up between the Clarion show. We also stopped at a coin shop on the way back. Yesterday, Saturday, and then today at the Eau Claire show. So no particular order of things were purchased in, just so you guys know. But picked up two really cool Swiss of America slugs. These are really, really thick at the coin shop. So I will probably get between 40 and 45 bucks a piece on those. Those are always in high demand. So that is kind of what I got for miscellaneous bullion. That stuff always sells well at shows. Let's see what else I got here. So I picked up a ton of classic commemoratives at a really good fixed rate. These will be available on the mailing list likely, and available through the website. So those are all Colombian halves, and then I did get some nicer ones that were mixed in, Booker T. Washingtons and Washington Carvers. And these are actually kind of uncirculated coins. I will probably see if I need any of these for my books. If I don't, they will probably be available. These will probably be between 14 and 15 bucks a piece, but they're inexpensive, not too much over silver. And I think I'll be at like 12 or 13 bucks a piece on those. The Colombians, rather. Some other just random stuff to get out of the way. I'm going to be doing a second video on this for later this week, but I got a massive box of just miscellaneous wheat cents. A guy he said 15 bucks. I said he had 15 on there. I said 10, and he took it. I bought a ton of stuff from him, and he was very pleased. I probably spent, close to $2.5 grand with him. So he was pretty happy to give me a deal. I'll go through these in that same video, just a variety of miscellaneous stuff. And, just based on here, what you guys are seeing, there are some decent things in there. A lot of this stuff will be going up on eBay in bulk lots there, bulk typeset lots. Another thing here, just kind of interesting, he had this in a grab bin, just a bunch of love tokens. So I'll throw these up on eBay, and you guys can bid on them and decide what you guys want to pay for something like that. Kind of an interesting half-ounce silver bicentennial. I'll probably throw 15, 16 bucks on that. Pretty close to silver at the show coming up this weekend in Roseville. That's going to be on the 12th. If you guys are in the cities or around, come on down and hang out with me and Numismatic Stacker and a bunch of other people. And inexpensive Norfed copper, probably 8 to 10 bucks. I don't know if I'll try to sell this at a show or just throw it up on eBay for like $10. Buy it now. Blank Blanchett, those are always cool. Fun for giveaways or grab bags or things like that. Just kind of a unique piece there. These will also go into the second video. So he had $100 a piece on these, and I talked him down a little bit per piece meal. With these, I always need stuff like this for eBay lots and things like that. I'll throw these all together, or I'll, make a bunch of typesets and throw them up there on eBay for you guys to bid on. Let's see. Graded coins. I bought very few graded coins this weekend, which is super unusual for me. I bought 2, I believe. So I bought this 1903 S VF20, a little bit tougher date, super nice original coin. This will be up on the website for 225 bucks there on that one. Leave that out. This one was a huge coin for me to buy. I've had some people looking for the 83s, 84s, and $85. So mint marks, things like that. Sometimes people care about that and sometimes they don't. But this is the 94S. It's like 110 vintage. Still a nice amount of luster on there. It's a little bit bright for my taste, but it is an XF45. I think detail-wise, it's probably closer to a 50, but I think they kind of net it down just because it doesn't have as much detail as you might hope to have, at least with the luster there. So this one is a little bit different. If you guys want to order this one through the website, it will be $1,525. Or, as you guys know, Wix takes 4% fees from me off the top. So if you want to purchase this via email, the price on that will be $1,450. So you guys, if you want this coin, will be able to order it directly through me, through my email. Just email me and mention that you want the 94 Philly in XF45 for $1,450, and it'll save you guys $75, and I won't have to have the 4% taken out of the coin, basically. Other coins, ooh, pardon me, just bumped that. So other coins that I put those over there, was able to pick up, keep bumping the dang thing, the camera, this is interesting. This is, I'll take it out of here, a so-called dollar, which is just interesting. This is for the 1933 World's Fair in Chicago. Just kind of very interesting. Trying to orientate that. There's very Art Deco, turn of the century, and this will probably be on eBay or the website between, it's probably around 50 or 60 bucks. Just kind of in a nice general grade there. That's what it looks like they're going for. And this was cool. This is probably just a personal thing. But a dealer had this elongated cent travel and transport building, World's Fair Chicago in 1933. So these are actually from the same exposition, which is very interesting. But I do know people that collect elongated cents, and I don't think this one is very tough to get, but the thing was cool is that it's on a 1919 S Wheat cent. So you can see Lincoln there, he's real stretched out, and I just thought that was fascinating. Very cool to see that. We'll lay that up like that. Other dollars, things like that. This was a really good score. I had a gentleman who does mostly wholesale, and he had a killer price on this 93 cc. So this is a nice, it's very high fine or low VF, and depending on that, it's going to be somewhere in the $750 to $950 range. But it is a tough date, and they are expensive in any condition. So this will be available there on the website for somewhere in that range. I need to do some more research about what they're selling for, but I was very happy to pick this up. And like I've said, I've had people looking for 93, 94, 95 coins. And kind of the last thing here, I'm kind of looking around. Oh, one more thing before the last thing. I got a ton of Cole dollars, low-grade dollars, and I'll just run through these when I do the other video there. Probably it'll be the same day that I film this, but it'll be probably 2 days after this one comes out for you guys. This is really interesting. So nice little presentation box. No paperwork or anything, but this is a kind of an imitation set of all tough coins. So you got your 1916 dime, 21 piece dollar, 21 Walking Liberty half. That appears to be the 13 Buffalo. You have your 77 Indian, and you have your 1916, of course, Standing Liberty quarter. But the thing with these is they are 1/10 ounce silver. The guy had like a crazy price, crazy low price on this. And I did a little research, and these are actually really, really rare and tough to find. So these were produced in 1984 by the Crown Mint. So if you guys are familiar with vintage bullion, Crown Mint is really famous for their kind of extruded Kit Kats. They're 10-ounce bars typically. You know, it literally looks like a Kit Kat or a Snickers bar or something like that. It's about that size. But these are, they're very few around from what I could tell, but they are going between, per 1/10 ounce, between $25 and $30 each. So, and that was for one. So I figure having one set, they'll be pretty expensive, especially with this attractive toning here. So this will probably be up on eBay for $150 starting as an auction, and just let it go from there. You know, $150 to $175 considering I have the box and they're all pretty nicely toned up there. So I will kind of throw that out and let you guys decide. I might also throw it up on Instagram. There's a lot of people that like vintage bullion there, and I might need to poll some folks before I do price them, but just as my general research, you know, somewhere in that 150 to 175 starting price, which is, you know, when I saw that, you know, my jaw hit the floor, and then obviously he was asking, you know, more of a fair price for what these are. But, you know, I'll be able to make money, and it's just something cool to offer you guys. All right. So this was kind of another really, really good score, is this 1896. This is a Philly Morgan dollar. So it has really gorgeous toning, obviously, but the toning, what this is called is tape toning. So basically tape was laying across the coin, either in an album or in a coin roll, and this is just toned beautifully. And I really haven't decided about what I want to sell this coin for, if I want to sell this coin raw, or if I want to send it in and get it certified. I do think the toning is original, it's not artificial. You know, I've seen coins, raw coins, sell from $250 and up like this, and the back is just stellar. Look at the back there, guys. That is something. So I think I will try to sell it raw first. I will at least have it at the show in Roseville, and I'll put it up on the website for probably somewhere between $250, $300, and maybe even more than that. You know, and I've seen these sell for upwards of $500 to $700, just because, you know, it's not something that you can really produce the tape toning, so to speak. You can produce toning, you know, you can album tone, you can put it on the windowsill, you can put it with organic materials, but it's extremely difficult to get something like this that is so original. And just the target toning is so beautiful. And the fact that I found this coin, a dealer had this flipped up and he wanted a really, really fair price. And I just snagged it. I had to have it. And this might actually end up in my personal collection, pardon me. But that is kind of the high points from this weekend. I think I've kind of very quickly ran through everything. I'm going to wrap this video up and we can dive right into the giveaway. All right, everybody. Today we're giving away this 1999 Ultra Cameo 1 cent. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to be entered. You can check out my links here. They're in the landing page of the YouTube, as well as linked in each of the video. And moving on here, you can see all the stuff I've been putting up on the website. Lots of new raw type coins. I will be putting pretty much everything you saw here in the video today up on there. Instagram, remember to like, follow me there, and just behind the scenes stuff. I'll be doing sometimes flash sales, or you know, if I get a lot of one thing that doesn't make it to the mailing list, that goes on there. eBay, 20 fresh lots went up this last Friday, and they'll be ending this Friday as well. So go check those out if that interests you. Lots of affordable type coin lots, things like that. Some paper money, some West Point coins, things like that. And let's get into the giveaway. 40 comments. Very, very nice, guys. All right, Casson, you are the winner there. And for the next giveaway, we're going to be doing this 1956D wheat cent graded by CAC. And guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We are just about 10 people away from hitting 1,000, which would be awesome if we could do that this week. I would appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.